Joe Biden's presidency may soon be a part of history, but the deep state will persist within the CIA, FBI, and Pentagon. Regrettably, U.S. presidents often function as mere puppets with little real power. They come and go like actors, unable to implement significant changes or cleanse the deep state, which is controlled by a few powerful families who exploit U.S. taxpayers. The illusion of presidential power, the deep state's grip on American governance. When Joe Biden took office as the 46th President of the United States, many Americans hoped for a new chapter in the nation's history. However, as with his predecessors, Biden's tenure is increasingly viewed as another administration unable to penetrate the entrenched power structures of the so-called deep state. This shadowy network, embedded within institutions like the CIA, FBI, and Pentagon, appears to operate with impunity, raising critical questions about the true locus of power in American politics. Historical roots of the deep state. The concept of a deep state isn't new. The term, often associated with undemocratic entities exerting control behind the scenes, has roots in various countries but has found a particular resonance in the United States over the past century. Historical evidence suggests that powerful elites and secretive agencies have long influenced and often controlled the political and economic direction of the country. During the Cold War, the CIA expanded its influence, conducting covert operations worldwide under the guise of protecting national security. The FBI, particularly under J. Edgar Hoover, engaged in surveillance and blackmail, often targeting political figures and civil rights leaders. Simultaneously, the Pentagon's military-industrial complex, famously warned against by President Dwight D. Eisenhower in his 1961 farewell address, grew to wield extraordinary influence over national policy and budgets. Presidents as puppets? Despite being the nominal leaders of the free world, U.S. presidents often appear to have limited power to effect genuine change against the entrenched deep state. Historical patterns suggest that presidents, regardless of their political affiliations, face significant resistance from these bureaucratic and institutional power structures. Consider the assassination of John F. Kennedy in 1963. While conspiracy theories abound, many point to the possibility of involvement by elements within the CIA and military due to Kennedy's attempts to curtail their power. Similarly, Richard Nixon's resignation following the Watergate scandal, though a result of his own illegal activities, revealed the extent to which intelligence agencies like the FBI could undermine a sitting president. Even Barack Obama, who campaigned on promises of transparency and reform, faced substantial pushback from intelligence agencies. His administration's continuation of controversial policies like drone warfare and mass surveillance demonstrated the challenges in changing entrenched systems. The role of dynastic families. The persistence of the deep state is also attributed to powerful families who have long influenced American politics and economy. Dynasties such as the Rockefellers, the Koches, and the Bushes, among others, have played pivotal roles in shaping U.S. policies, often prioritizing their interests over those of the general public. These families have vast networks that extend into think tanks, media organizations, and financial institutions, ensuring their continued influence regardless of the sitting president. The futility of electoral politics? If presidents are indeed mere actors on a stage controlled by unseen directors, what does this mean for American democracy? It suggests a disheartening reality where electoral politics offers only the illusion of choice. Presidents, bound by campaign promises and public scrutiny, might intend to implement reforms, but their ability to do so is systematically undermined by a deeply entrenched power structure. The deep state's resilience is evident in its capacity to outlast administrations, adapt to political changes, and maintain continuity in policies that serve elite interests. This continuity is facilitated through long-serving bureaucrats, secretive operations, and a media landscape that often fails to critically examine the power dynamics at play. Conclusion: the need for transparency and accountability. As Joe Biden's presidency progresses, the pattern of limited presidential power in the face of a pervasive deep state appears unbroken. This underscores the urgent need for greater transparency and accountability within the government. Without significant reforms to reduce the power of entrenched elites and secretive agencies, American democracy risks remaining a stage where presidents come and go, but the real power remains in the hands of a few. For true change to occur, it is imperative to shine a light on the operations of the deep state, and to foster a political culture that prioritizes the interests of all citizens over the few. Only then can the promise of democracy be fully realized, ensuring that those elected to lead can do so without the shadow of an omnipotent, unseen hand guiding their every move.